Somebody forgot to do this video. I wonder who that is. I'm lying in bed and I'm like, I forgot something. Oh yeah, this is what I forgot. Champions League, Europa League semi-final predictions. Let's go. Okay, that's working. My voice is working. That's good to know. That shows that we've got a good start here. Anyway, yeah, it's 12:42 a.m. I thought I'd get this video because I've been wanting to do this. I mean, I've been doing this all season actually, but it's not as often as it used to be with the Premier League especially. But I've at least been keeping up with this. I forgot the FA Cup semi-final predictions. Hopefully next season it will be a lot more consistent, a bit like a couple of years ago. But anyway, yeah. The one thing we've actually kept up with, here we are. I almost missed it, like I did in the quarterfinals. Speaking of the quarterfinals, actually, I didn't check how I did. Pretty good prediction for Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Bayern City as well. Got predicted a draw for the second leg, and Roma was a goal off, so good prediction. Sporting Juve, exact score, so not bad prediction-wise, not bad. So now we're going to predict the Europa League and the Champions League games. I'm looking forward to these, especially because Man City v Real Madrid is a huge game. You never know what can happen there. It should be quite the spectacle. I'm looking forward to it. Both teams full of stars, having interesting seasons as well. Real Madrid, obviously, they are the masters of this competition, no matter how good or bad their form is domestically. In Europe, in the Champions League, they always turn up, Real Madrid. They always have some magic about them, especially in recent years. Man City have never won a Champions League. They've been close a couple of times, but they've never actually gone all the way. But, you know, if they win this over 2 legs, then they can prove themselves worthy. Obviously, they've still got to win the final, but I feel like the winner of this match should be a heavy favourite. But it's a big heavyweight clash for a place in the finals. In the final. Meanwhile, you've got this. I wanted to see a Milan derby. Ever since I saw it was possible after the group stages, I thought, oh, a Milan derby can happen here. Especially after the last 16, I just thought, oh, wow, give me that draw. It didn't happen in the quarterfinal. Instead, we got Milan-Napoli and Inter. Who did play Sporting? Or was it Benfica? But we got the Milan derby. I did not expect it to happen in the semi. I really thought Napoli would beat Milan, but that was not the case. But it has happened in the semi. I'm really looking forward to this game. Yes, I know it's not the same. Like the last time this happened in Champions League was, I think, was it 04, 03? I can't remember. It was a long time ago. It was that fireworks game. The game of the flares, not fireworks, sorry. There's a very iconic picture from that last time they met in the Champions League. Obviously, they meet every year in their own league, but it's a great rivalry. It's a big rivalry, and they've got a lot of Champions League pedigree about them, both teams. Milan have 7 Champions Leagues, second most after Real Madrid. Inter Milan have 3, which is incredible in itself as well. So, and they share the same stadium, of course. I went to that stadium last year. It's magnificent in person. But yeah, it's quite a spectacle to see the Milan derby in the Champions League semi-final over 2 legs. That's going to be incredible. I can't imagine. Can you imagine being there to see that? That would be something else. If I was rich, I'd definitely be there. But yeah, 2 very interesting games to me. The big heavyweight clash and the classic clash, because these 2 teams historically are incredible, and you know they've both not really been doing that well in the Champions League since then. You know they've neither been they've both had spells where they've not been in the competition at all. So it's good to see that it's not just the fact that they're back, but the fact that they're playing each other is just amazing. And then Europa League, you've got Juventus, Sevilla. Juventus surely the favourites, but Sevilla are Europa League masters. They won it the most times. They're incredible at it. They won it twice when it was called the Europa Cup in the mid-2000s. I remember that quite well. I was in year 6 or year 7 when that happened. They were brilliant to watch back then. They beat Middlesbrough in one of those finals. and they won 3 in a row. They three-peated it not too long ago in the Europa League, beating. I think they beat Liverpool one of those finals as well. And then you got Roma by Leverkusen. Mourinho's Roma. Mourinho, if he does this, that's quite something. If he goes all the way, and I think he could. Mourinho is one of the greatest managers ever. Won the Champions League with Porto. His Chelsea team was so good. The first spell, even the second spell in that season, they won the league. He was so good. Inter Milan, he was incredible. Inter Milan. Real Madrid 100 points as well. So Mourinho's Mourinho. He's incredible and he's quite the character. If he could also win the Europa League with Roma, after winning the Conference League with them as well, that would be... Can you imagine the scenes? But they got Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen are no pushovers. They are a good team. So that should be a good tie. So, now I've done all the previewing. Let me do the predicting. Let me do this first. We'll save the best till last. I'll start with Juve Sevilla because I find this one a bit more intriguing. But both games very intriguing. In Turin, it's going to be quite an interesting game. I'm going to go for a narrow, dodgy, risky scoreline. I'm going to say 1-0 to Juventus. I'm going to say it's a very close game, very cagey. Neither team wants to concede, but Juve score late to take a first leg lead to Spain. Obviously, there's no away goal rule anymore, so 1-0 is not as bad as it used to be, but it's still one goal down. But that would be quite a good scoreline in Spain for Sevilla to be chasing that. That'd be quite interesting, I think. But yeah, that's my prediction. I'll tell you what I think about the second leg after the first leg happens. Roma against Bayer Leverkusen. Right, I'm going to say it's 3-1 to Roma in the first leg. But it doesn't mean it'll be over. That would be quite a spectacle in Germany in the second return leg. But I reckon Roma will beat Bayer Leverkusen in the first leg at the Stadio Olimpico. I've also been there, but not inside the stadium. Right, Milan Derby and Real v Man City. I'll go Milan Derby first. I reckon in the Europa League ones, I'm not confident about who's going to go through overall over the two games. I feel like both could go either way. This one, I am very confident in myself that I believe that AC Milan will win this over 2 legs. Oh, yes. There's no bias, even though they're my favourite Italian team. And they won the league last year. But without being biased, I think over 2 legs, AC Milan will beat Inter Milan. I could be wrong. But, I think I will be right. In the first leg, it's funny how you have like home and away, but in like this one, both teams are home both legs, technically. I'm sure it's going to be like half-half for both legs, really. I don't know how it works in the league. I assume like the classified home team gets more fans, but yeah. In the Champions League, I assume it's going to be half-half, especially in an occasion like this. In the first leg, I'm going to say 2-1 to AC Milan. So, Real Madrid Man City. This is a tricky one. I'm going to go high scoring. I'm going to go risky. I'm going to go for something that's probably not going to happen. But, the last time they played, the aggregate score was 6-5. Over 2 games, the score was 6-5. Okay? So goals are possible. 3-2. I was going to go 4-3. My mind was 4-3, but I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Will be a bit less risky. 3-2. So yeah, Real Madrid to beat Man City 3-2. AC Milan to beat Inter Milan 2-1. And in the Europa League, Juventus to beat Sevilla 1-0. Roma to beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-1. You can predict with me, but it's probably not worth it. But you can join my league if you want. The links are in the description at the top. So, it's not worth explaining the whole process here. It's just easier just sending you the link. But yeah, it probably won't get any new predictors anyway. these are my Europa League predictions. And these are my Champions League predictions. May the best team win in all the ties. Ideally, for me, I would like Sevilla v Roma and Man City v AC Milan. I would prefer Man City lose to Real Madrid. I would prefer Man City lose, but the reason I'm saying Man City in the final is because AC Milan, I'd love to see them win the Champions League again, and I'd like that to happen, and they have a better chance against them. I feel like the winner of this match will win the Champions League. Having said that, Guardiola might overthink his tactics in the final, so I'm just saying. But if Inter go through, then I'd rather they play Real Madrid and lose. But we shall see. We shall see. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.